Have you ever played a game and thought, this could have been so much better? This video dives into the gaming industry's biggest missed opportunities, revealing what could have been game changers, if only they had made different choices. The cancellation of Star Wars 1313. Star Wars 1313 was an ambitious action-adventure game set in the gritty underworld of Coruscant. It promised an entirely new perspective on the Star Wars universe, focusing on a bounty hunter rather than Jedi Knights. The gameplay demo showed a third-person cover shooter with cinematic stealth and exploration elements, something fresh for Star Wars fans. But after Disney acquired Lucasfilm and shifted focus, the project was abruptly canceled. This left a huge hole in the Star Wars gaming landscape and deprived players of a mature, story-driven experience that could have set a new benchmark for licensed games. Early online multiplayer on consoles. Sega Dreamcast's potential. Sega Dreamcast was ahead of its time with built-in modem support, making it the first console to push online multiplayer. Games like Phantasy Star Online pioneered console MMORPGs, but Sega failed to capitalize fully on this advantage, lacking long-term support and a strong library to sustain the online ecosystem. Had Sega doubled down on online infrastructure and third-party support, Dreamcast could have led the online console revolution years before Xbox Live or PlayStation Network emerged. Half-Life 2, Episode 3, that never came.
Unforeseen consequences. I knew it.
Valve's episodic approach to the Half-Life series raised hopes for a steady stream of story and gameplay content. After Episode 2 ended on a cliffhanger, fans eagerly awaited Episode 3. Instead, Valve went silent. The cancellation left the Half-Life story incomplete for over a decade, frustrating millions. Half-Life 2's physics-based gameplay innovations and immersive storytelling were revolutionizing first-person shooters, and Episode 3 promised to elevate this further. Missing this installment was a massive lost opportunity to expand on one of gaming's most beloved universes. Mass Effect 3's controversial ending.
This galaxy has ever known. We survived. We suffered many losses.
Mass Effect 3 was an ambitious RPG trilogy finale that allowed players to shape the fate of the galaxy. But its original ending was met with backlash for feeling rushed and lacking meaningful impact on player choices. BioWare eventually released an extended cut, but the damage was done. Had they better aligned the ending with player decisions and expectations, Mass Effect 3 could have set an unprecedented standard for narrative-driven games. This missed opportunity affected fan trust and franchise momentum. The lost potential of Scalebound. Scalebound was an upcoming action RPG developed by Platinum Games with Xbox One exclusivity. It featured a unique bond between the protagonist and a massive dragon companion, blending RPG elements with stylish combat. The game's trailers generated excitement for a fresh, high-quality experience. However, after years of delays and development troubles, Microsoft canceled it in 2017. This left gamers wondering what could have been a breakthrough in action RPGs and Xbox exclusives, a gap that still feels significant. Nintendo's missed online strategy, pre-2010. Before Nintendo Switch's success, Nintendo's attempts at online gaming on Wii and 3DS were fragmented and inconsistent. Unlike Microsoft's Xbox Live or Sony's PlayStation Network, Nintendo's online services lacked robust features like unified friend lists, voice chat, or reliable matchmaking. This affected games like Mario Kart Wii and Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which could have thrived with better online integration. Nintendo's delay in online infrastructure arguably set them back during the rise of online multiplayer gaming. The No Man's Sky launch disaster and comeback.
With new technology, new flora and fauna, and new gameplay.
When No Man's Sky launched in 2016, it promised a procedurally generated universe with endless exploration. However, the game was heavily criticized for missing key advertised features, shallow gameplay, and technical issues. It was a huge missed opportunity to redefine exploration games right from the start. But in an industry first, developer Hello Games listened to feedback and committed to massive updates over years, transforming No Man's Sky into a rich, beloved experience. The initial launch was a lesson in overpromising, but the turnaround showed what could happen if you correct course. The original Metroid formula's Dormancy. The original Metroid and Super Metroid were revolutionary for blending platforming, exploration, and atmosphere. But for many years, Nintendo struggled to recapture that magic. The 3D entries and later spin-offs had mixed reception, and it wasn't until Metroid Prime and more recently Metroid Dread that the series regained momentum. The long dormancy of the core 2D Metroidvania style was a missed opportunity to influence the genre further during the rise of indie Metroidvania hits like Hollow Knight. The decline of MMORPGs after World of Warcraft's peak. World of Warcraft dominated the MMO scene in the 2000s and early 2010s, but many publishers and developers failed to evolve the genre significantly afterward. While WoW had limitations, it set player expectations for large, social, online worlds. Numerous MMORPGs failed to innovate or differentiate themselves meaningfully, leading to market saturation and decline in player interest. The missed opportunity was to push new gameplay mechanics, storytelling methods, or hybrid genres to revive online RPGs beyond WoW's shadow. Google Stadia's failure to disrupt cloud gaming. Google Stadia launched with big promises of cloud gaming, no downloads, and instant play on any device. But the platform lacked compelling exclusive games, suffered from technical issues, and had a confusing subscription model. Despite massive investment, Stadia failed to gain traction and eventually shut down. This was a missed chance for Google to lead the cloud gaming revolution early, potentially shaping how games are distributed and played in the future. The tech and infrastructure existed, but the execution and game library fell short. The cancellation of Silent Hills and PT Silent Hills was an anticipated horror game from Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro, teased through the playable demo PT. The demo became legendary for its innovative, terrifying gameplay and psychological horror. But Konami canceled the project, disappointing fans worldwide. This was a huge missed opportunity to revive the horror genre with a game that blended cinematic storytelling and immersive scares at a time when horror games were struggling to innovate. E3's decline and missed industry buzz. E3 was once the heart of gaming announcements, hype, and community excitement. However, over the past decade, the event's relevance has declined due to leaked announcements, online showcases from publishers, and lackluster presentations. This shift fragmented the gaming community's biggest moments. The missed opportunity here was for E3 organizers and publishers to innovate event experiences, keeping it indispensable as a source of industry momentum and fan engagement. The potential of VR stalled by lack of killer apps. Virtual reality promised to revolutionize gaming with immersive experiences. However, the technology has struggled to reach mainstream success, largely due to the absence of killer apps, games that justify the investment in hardware. Titles like Beat Saber and Half-Life, Alyx showed VR's potential, but broader game support and consistent innovation have been lacking. This has slowed VR's growth, and the industry missed chances to integrate VR more deeply into core gaming genres. The fall of Alan Wake 2.
It's for us. The text is about us.
Alan Wake was a cult hit blending psychological thriller storytelling with action gameplay. Fans eagerly awaited a sequel, but development faced numerous delays and uncertainties. The long wait led to fading excitement and risk of the franchise losing relevance. A timely release of Alan Wake 2 with modern gameplay improvements could have reinvigorated narrative-driven action games, but the delay remains a missed opportunity to capitalize on a passionate fanbase. Mobile gaming's missed chance for deeper experiences. While mobile gaming exploded in popularity, it largely focused on casual, microtransaction-heavy games. The industry missed an opportunity to create more complex, meaningful experiences on mobile platforms early on, similar to what later titles like Genshin Impact achieved. Limitations of hardware and control schemes were challenges, but better innovation in controls and game design could have expanded mobile's role in serious gaming much sooner. The gaming industry is constantly evolving, but these missed opportunities remind us that even with brilliant ideas and talented teams, execution and timing matter immensely. Sometimes, a different choice could have changed gaming history forever. But thankfully, the industry learns, innovates, and surprises us again and again. What missed opportunity do you think had the biggest impact? Let me know in the comments.